have my little assistant Sam over here, so you might hear him in the background. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Just a smile. So, Debbie and Delbert, let's start with the warm-up. So we've got inchworm, shuffle twist, toe touch with a quad pull, and windmill. So to start off, we'll do the inchworm on the wall. So we're gonna do step out, step in, push up. Now, as you do this, I want you to engage your core. You're gonna tuck those hips under, so this is more natural, but as I go, my core is nice and tight, so you can see that little hip hinge forward. We're just getting nice and warm. So you're gonna do 8 of those, and then it was shuffle with a twist, so that's step, shuffle, step, shuffle. Usually you do the outside foot. There we go. I'm not being very coordinated. Oh, that feels wonderful. So you're gonna get 8 of those. Perfect. Next up is toe touches. So that's just opposite hand, opposite foot. You don't actually have to touch your toe, but what you are trying to do is elongate that hamstring, getting it ready to move. Okay, 8 each side. Windmill is next. Oh, the quad pull. So you're gonna use your chair and put your toe on the chair and then bend your opposite leg. So you're gonna get that nice stretch in the front of your quad. Next up is windmill. Go forward for 8, switch it back for 8. Nice, so once you're feeling pretty warm, if anything else feels tight, just do a dynamic stretch. You don't want to hold this for like 30 seconds while you're warming up because it actually relaxes your muscle. So by doing just quicker motions, but still giving it a stretch, it's a really nice way to heat up your muscle. So that's why we do that dynamic stretching at the beginning. So our first move in this cardio circuit is staggered feet for a curl. So I'm just gonna do this whole workout with a band. If you have your weights and you wanna use weights, you're just gonna do staggered feet like this with weights. Otherwise, we're gonna lock this in at your waist and you're gonna control it down and up, and that's way too easy for me, so I'm gonna double that up. And as you're doing these moves, the more that you can put it through your palm and across there versus just having it hang on your thumb, it's just gonna be more stable, a little better. Okay, so we're gonna be focusing, oh my gosh, curl, tricep extension, curl up. Okay, so for the bicep curl, we're locking down at our hip and we're gonna come just straight forward, up and down. So you should really feel it as you're coming up, and then you're gonna control that weight on the way down. Boom. Much better. Now I'm going to show you my back. My shoulders are a little bit forward since I'm forward, but I'm still trying to pull my shoulders back and together as I'm doing this bicep curl. My core is nice and tight, and my feet are staggered to try to help me with balance a little bit. So you're going to do 15 each side on those reps. Next one is lunge, squat, lunge. So you're going to do this for 1 full minute. Lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat. 1 minute. You just try to get as many reps as possible. And what I like to do is I go through circuits. So if you can kind of keep track, you can even write it down on your sheet, how many lunge, squat, lunges you did. Or maybe you count every time you hit a squat, and then try to beat yourself next set. And that's just gonna make you push a little bit harder, push a little bit stronger. Bent over row is our next move. So again, if you have your weights, you can do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna go opposite foot to my opposite arm. I'm pulling straight in, elbows skimming my side as I come up and in, just like that, and then you'll switch sides. If you have weights, what you want to do is that athletic stance, your feet are engaged, knees slightly bent, hips are forward, so you're crunched, good posture, and then that hip hinge that we've talked about, where your booty pushes back, So it's not really a sit down, it's booty going back, and then from here you'll have your weights and you row up to your sides. Okay, so knees are always just soft. Even when I'm standing straight, just soft. That'll protect the knee joints. Our cardio is against the wall for a mountain climber. So we're here, drive it straight up. 1 minute of mountain climbers. Beautiful thing. Tricep dips. So on your chair, couch bench, whatever you have handy, you're gonna sit at the edge, keep your feet pretty close for support, and then dip it down as low as is comfortable. If this tweaks your arms or your shoulders at all, then just don't do it. And you're gonna continue on with what we talked about this last week with the tricep extension here, because that takes the shoulder out of extension. So lots of ways that you can do these moves. Cardio squats for 1 minute. So for the squats, again with the athletic position, start with engaging your feet. That's going to help correct your ankles, your knees, hips forward, chest open. And from here, you're going to turn your feet just slightly pointed out and squat down and back. And what we're looking for is having your bum push back and your knees not go over your toes. So my toes are slightly pointed out. You can see that there's more motion back and down, woo, versus any heel lifting. You don't want any heel lifting as you're coming down. That puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So it's right here. Okay, so 16 of those, or no, excuse me, that was our cardio. So that's gonna be 1 minute of the squats. And then chest press. So we had you get down on the floor with dumbbells, but now that we're working with bands, you can do this single-handed, or if you do have a longer band, I'll show you an alternative. But you're gonna push it out straight in front of your shoulder. Here's the side view, so it's locked in here at the shoulder, and I'm pressing straight forward. But again, you always wanna start with your, see how my knees are soft. You wanna start with those feet, knees, hips engaged, cores engaged, good posture. So even as I'm pressing forward and I'm holding this forward, I'm still keeping my shoulders as much back as possible. Okay, and then you'll switch arms. You'll get 15 each side. On this first week, we went 15. And my elbow's gonna come out as you press through. Then it's lunge, squat, lunge again for 1 minute. Upright row is next. For the upright row, this one's a little tricky with a short band. Let's see. We'll try it here. Hi. So the upright row motion is with weights. You have that nice athletic posture, and you're pulling up to here. So let's see if we can get that same motion with a band. Okay, you're leading with the elbow. You never want your palm to lead or your hand to lead. Do you see how off that body mechanic is? So up here is going to activate our upper traps, our neck, top of your shoulder. You'll feel it in the front as a stabilizing muscle. So that's the motion. So get the other side as well. So lock it your other hip, elbow out. It's like a chicken wing, and you're going to lead. Oh, this side feels stronger. Lead with that elbow. Here's the upright row. So you're going to end right around your chest line. Mountain climber against the wall again. And then push-ups. And you can do that on the wall, on a chair, whatever angle is good for you, on your kitchen counter. That's going to be a little bit harder. The lower you get, the harder it's going to be. So if you're down onto the couch and your knees, that would be a good way to do that angle because it's going to be pretty low and pretty hard. And then our last cardio move is squats. So that's perfect. So that's the full circuit. Now for the groundwork that you can do in your bed for core work, we have bridges, bird dog, Russian twists, and then the straight core holds. So for the bridges, you're gonna tilt your hips, bridge up, 2, 3, and down. Okay, so feet are flat, tilt the hips, bridge up, 2, 3, and down. Bird dogs, do it in an angle here. So hands, elbows, shoulders are aligned. Notice I'm not letting my shoulders sneak up. They're back and down. And from here, I'm gonna do right arm only, left arm only. Hold for about 2 seconds. And then I'm gonna extend my left leg and extend my right leg. And as I'm extending my legs and my arms, my core is super tight and I'm pretending that there's a cup of water on my back. So what you'll kind of feel happen is if you're relaxed, your whole, everything kind of shifts. Your whole hips shift side to side. So really lock it in place and focus on going slow and controlled, having that core cinch up around your spine. Russian twist. Sounds like Debbie remembered this one. You go side to side, just touching side to side. Okay. Feet are down. And all of these I think you do for a minute and you just take breaks as needed. And then the last one is a straight core hold. So you can be on your knees, still getting that booty down, or you can be up on your toes. And you're just gonna hold it here for as long as you can. Take a break, you can go into child's pose. Core hold as long as you can, all the way to a minute. All right, cool down stretches. We've got the trio arm stretch. You can do this standing. Let me switch that because I know that won't feel good on your knees to be kneeling and doing that. So you come across the front. Now we hold it for about 10 to 20 seconds. Here, up over the top. So this one we did like a karate chop back. And then you pull it with your palm. Other side. And then laying it in the back, or you can grab a towel and open, holding it in the back together. And then quad stretch on the chair, dip it down, hamstring stretch, extend one leg forward, put your hands on your bent knee. You'll stretch those, again, 10 to 20 seconds. And our last stretch is downward dog, upward dog that you can do. You can do that on the wall. So downward dog here. I'm jetting my hips back a little bit. Pushing my tailbone to that back wall. And you're really looking to get the shoulders stretched out. So your head should align inside of your shoulders. And you should push your tailbone to the back wall. So you're gonna really feel that activate in your hamstrings. And then that's downward dog. Upward dog, you're coming here. You're gonna come towards the wall. I might have to scoot in a little bit. And then you're gonna open up and you're gonna stretch your anterior, the part of your body. So we're here and we'll step it back a little bit where it feels comfortable. Push back, stretch those shoulders, stretch those hamstrings. So that gets your posterior chain and then your anterior chain. Back, front, back, front. So you can hold each of those maybe 2 sets through or 3 sets through for 10 to 20 seconds. So should feel pretty awesome after that circuit. If you've got time, go through it twice. If not, just rock it once and feel awesome about yourself because you guys rock. Keep it up. Talk to you soon.